Going outside. Niggas fuck on everything. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Let's play Pokemon Desolation. I don't know if I should be playing Pokemon Desolation though, or Magic the Gathering. I do have to grab some of my stuff off of that game, but if I've been taking too long away from Pokemon Desolation. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. How is everyone doing today? Oh my God, is that loud? Is that loud? Why is it so loud for me? Okay. If you're new here, if you're just checking me out, which I probably should share the stream.
With couscous and quino. I don't know what quino is. Labna,
Quinoa. Oh God.
quinoa. I kind of know.
If you're new here, please consider subscribing to all my stuff. But if you're really, really new here, you really should look at the image that's on the screen. Forever for the Culture, my new book coming January 27th about the new Black digital arts renaissance that we are currently in and its connections to revolution. It is super duper dope. I worked very hard on it. Um, lots of good, great observations in it. A lot of good, great cultural curating done in it. And yeah, the pre-order link is available. But I understand. Hey, some people might want to wait till the book is like right upon us. But remember, you know, books are a funny thing in that their pre-order sales matter more than the actual sales. So, if you're looking to support your local black person, if you're looking to support someone after Juneteenth, why not support this? Why not support this? Why not go, Stephen? I believe in what you're doing. I think that you deserve the world. I think that black people deserve the world. And so, in favor of the world being owed, I'm going to support your book. I'm going to buy your book. And I'm going to buy 50 copies of it and then share it with my friends and make them buy 50 copies of it. You know? And if you don't feel that in your spirit, if you feel that I deserve, less than joy, don't feel that in your spirit. I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't be here. I think you should only be here if you want me to do well, if you want me to feel good. Friends in the chat, time join me as I play Pokemon Desolation, talk about my new book, and discuss my June team happening. I should talk to text my friend Don back, because he texted me about getting his ticket in the mail, his pass in the mail. But how's y'all's weekend starting off? Jay, who you texting? Who I'm texting? I'm texting you. That's who I'm texting. Now I'm texting my friend Dom. He texted me earlier and he was like, "What's up? We make up custom rugs. We love to do business with who? Business with you." Aw, thank you. Crazy and LOL. True. Oh, danger. But nah, I was texting my friend Dom because he was texting me earlier about going to San Diego Comic-Con, and he got his pass in the mail, and I forgot entirely to get it, and I realized, oh wait, I did not order my pass because the week that it was going up for sale, my grandmother passed away. And so I was not worried about no San Diego Comic-Con. I'm crying my eyes out and whatnot. And I had to go there because I'm meeting with some journalists to discuss my book. No, thank you. It was months ago, back in the fall, and that's when the passes went on sale. So I just missed out on that opportunity in the moment. And San Diego Comic-Con is a huge con. Like New York Comic-Con, they sell the passes like on the spot. You still need the ticket. Yeah, I still need to get it. Well, not really. My roommate Morgan, he's a comic book writer. He has passes that's guaranteed to him. He's gonna give it to me. I was just gonna pay for his food the entire time I'm out there in exchange, because how much is it? It's like 150. But my friend, he got me, so I'm like, the thing I can do for him is just buy him food. So I'm buying food. I'm gonna tell him, like, don't be cheap. You sure? You trying to cash out on me? I mean, you trying to cash out me? You're so generous. But nah, I don't need it. Nah, I'm like, it wasn't like a money thing. They just don't ever give out the passes and the badges, ever. Like, you have to get them ahead of time, well ahead of time, for San Diego Comic-Con. They do not play. You buy secondhand passes and whatnot. I would send Zelle, sir. I mean, you only send it through Zelle. That's personal. That's like, what you trying to do to me? I just got a subscription. Wait, who subscribed in the middle of me after like myself? Anasage. Hello, Anasage. Hi, welcome. This is a very unserious space. I don't know if y'all saw me at Ebony Beach Club for Juneteenth, but I looked good. I look damn good. I've been in the gym lately. You know, it's not showing full results, but I think it's showing a little something. Turn some heads. Grow some heads. Huh? Who said that? That's deeply inappropriate for the space that we're in. I was going to do a trend also. I was getting ready. I was like, busy at the. I was at the gathering spot, and I've been there all day since like 9 o'clock. But I was like, I need to make a TikTok real quick because of the idea, the juices was flowing, So I was like, oh, I mean, if you go to my Goodreads right now and you try to look for this book, it will direct you to a Stephen Underwood who wrote like 10 different books. None of them, except for Forever for the Culture, is my book. And it's frustrating, but it's also funny that some of these books are completely things that I would not have written of. And they're attributed to me now because of the Goodreads. And I know there's some people who will be like, oh yeah, you know, Stephen Underwood, writer of this cowboy western. Well, I'm like, I never write a cowboy western book ever. Spaghetti westerns and me, I'm not a western lover. That's my grandfather. My grandfather loves westerns. Me, I think the best western movie I've ever seen, well, two of them is The Hateful Eight. And the second greatest western movie I've ever seen is Logan. I understand westerns. I thought about doing like a whole explanation of like spaghetti western because it for my genre talk videos. But then I was just like, I don't feel like sitting here and like when the inevitable like non-black person pops in and goes, you don't know what you're talking about, I won't be able to defend myself. They say, you don't know anything about spaghetti westerns. You didn't even mention The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And I'm going to be like, yeah, you're so right. I did this to piss you off. I did this because my rent was due. And I need more followers. This is rage bait. And you swallowed. As you can see, I also do not remember where I was going. I did not play this game offline while I was gone. I was so busy at work, so busy getting ready for Juneteenth. And maybe I should show y'all some of the videos I took. I was in it. I was acting a plum fool. And I think I would have been worse if it was like a beach day. Because I think that's what one of my friends was like, oh yeah, I thought it was like a beach day because you sent the message and you were like, it's supposed to be a beach day. And I wasn't sure when I came here. Now this is like a party situation. I felt bad. If you come in here, I apologize. I deeply did not think it was gonna be like that. It was at first, they was talk about it being like, oh, it's the first time it's like this. Usually it's like, I expect like a beach party situation, and this is more like a peer day party situation. And every 30 seconds, Brick keep getting up here and telling us that this is so important that there's this many black people at Santa Monica Pier. Well, I'm like, don't let me get into my politics. Don't make me say that there's nothing inherently revolutionary about a bunch of black people being in the Santa Monica Pier. Why? Because we were segregated? Like, yeah, that's pretty sizable. I think it's something insightful that we get to do this and gather and convene in this way. But don't make me be the friend who's too woke when all I really asked of the day is for me to shake some. I'm like, is there something that could be inherently political about the act of, you know, convening? Is that liberation? Can this be called liberation if we are... There's like so many levels to it. Like every 30 seconds, people can go like, you know, this is an all-inclusive. They kept going all-inclusive everything every 30 seconds and like trying to make sure they were qualifying their statements with inclusivity of Latinidad. And I'm like, it's Juneteenth. I think like Juneteenth is the one day in the year you can say that we're not going to be as inclusive as we usually are because it's about us. And also, one of the weirdest things I want to say about Juneteenth that pops up still is how non-Black Americans participate in it. Because they still do it with a question mark, always. And sometimes the question mark is fading. And like, I see the intrinsic desire for some non-Black Americans to commodify the day. Because it's easy to commodify it. but I feel uncomfortable with it. Like if I still have to bow my head to the Texans, right? Who celebrate it? Even me being like I am my great grandfather came from Galveston. Like my great grandfather is is listen. I still have to justify my existence, even though I am a descendant of Texas. I might not claim it, but it's in my blood. I'm like, I benefited from it. I celebrated Juneteenth all my life. There's never been a situation where I did not know what Juneteenth is, and people keep lumping other people into this idea, and I feel like it's a lot more complicated than a lot of Black Texans give credit to. But it says like, oh yeah, well I grew up celebrating this like this, and if you don't do it, you're being inauthentic. You're doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, I won't ever do that when y'all come into Philly. So many people, especially Texans, come into Philly and they act all sorts of ways. And I just feel like that's not necessary. I think that people, especially Texans, especially Black Texans, are very possessive of their identity. And I think that it's been situated around like that politic of being the first and being excellent, and the Black excellence of it all is that Southern. I think the exceptionalism of the South has brushed more so on Texas than it ever has for Georgia or Louisiana. Like I think there's elements of that crops up, because even when I think of like the most prominent Black Texans, like Beyonce's mother or like Beyonce herself, they're definitely fruit of that exceptionalism. And I don't think it's necessarily an evil. I do think that it's tellable in moments where people are talking about things like Juneteenth, or they're talking about things like how when you live in LA, the Texas pipeline is strong out here, and how they manifest out here, they're unwilling to make space for any new identity, and they're unwilling to admit the flaws in that ideology. I think back to that time on here when people were like, Beyonce doesn't participate in imperialism the same way because she's Black and from Texas, and so how she regards the flag is a different culture altogether. And they tried to equate her being Texan kind of to her being Creole. And I'm like, those are two completely different things. Like Texas might have Black Texans might have a very specific relationship with things, but it's not like the Americana isn't always there. Likewise, like I can get the argument that like she doesn't participate in Americana in the same way because she's Creole, and Creole culture is a melting pot of identities that is uniquely American, that needs to be respected as its own thing. I say that as someone who's gotten into it with a Senegalese Black man before, because I said there's an accent that exists that is a mixture of all these things, and it exists in Columbus, Ohio. We are a very specific ethnic blend, and that motherfucker wanted to give me hell for it, and he kept telling me I was wrong. So how are you gonna tell me I'm actually Senegalese? I'm like, yeah, but like identity slides away from where you are. I wouldn't ever question you about your cultural identity. But I'm telling you that this does exist, and I can give you I can mimic it to the T, because I've seen and heard it happen. And it's because in a very specific area in Columbus, Ohio, there is an immigration hub of people who are all uniquely African, right? Every single immigrant there is from between East and West Africa and North Africa. They all live there, they all land there by design. And there's lots of kids who grew up there. We call this neighborhood the Hilltop, baby. It's a very uniquely Muslim area. It's very uniquely involved. You can go several blocks and never see another white person. Like, it's a very real space. And how they approach English, the words, the slide, all of it is... I'm like, I've been to Quebec before. I know how Arabic has slid into the language of the French, especially the Montrealense French. Like, I don't know. I think when you have identity involved in some of these conversations, people will never let go of the crook. and it just becomes more diaspora wars. Texans through Juneteenth are causing yet another diaspora war, and I try to be respectful of it because I understand where it's coming from. I understand, like, oh, we just don't want to be erased from this thing we have historically celebrated, and we want people to give us thanks for this holiday. But I do think that the conversation is a lot more complicated than they are willing to let be. Anywho, I was at Ebony Beach Club, and you know, if you saw me with my shirt off, my shirt was off. I don't know. There is a semi thirst trap on my on my TikTok right now. Yes, I will admit to that. I did in fact do that. But in my defense, I felt hot. Felt hot. I'm not going to apologize. Jay, it's not anything you haven't seen before if you just asked. I feel like I'm probably getting talked to from the Twitch stream. Let me see. Nah, I'm good. I'm always get paranoid because I never see it pop up. Like this last time, it wasn't popping up. But I do see one person in here. So is that you, Annie Sage? Feel free to say hello. Jay, you could have seen it. You can see it anytime. I did get a lot of compliments I was wearing FUBU. Like, when I was at the event, I was the only person carrying around the African American Heritage flag, and I think a lot of people were confused by what it is. It's because Black Texans don't. I made the post on Instagram about my book, and I was talking to some people about my troubles with the with the Juneteenth flag, with the stars and the red, white, and blue. And so many people were saying like, "Oh, I'm proud of this flag. This is the flag you're supposed to use." And I'm like, "The one made by a homophobe?" And I was like, "It's not." It's like it was like, "Oh yeah, no, but that's different. Like, you know, who's black and isn't like slightly homophobic?" I was like, "Yeah, it's one thing to be slightly homophobic. That man, who invented the Juneteenth flag in the 1980s, got a kid who was in foster care." I think I have a shiny club shoe. That man who made the Galveston, like, Texas Juneteenth flag, like, he got a foster child snatched out of his home and thrown into God knows what, because he did not agree with a same-sex couple raising any children. Specifically, he said that he felt that it was an affront to the social standards and the well-being of society. Like, he was making a foundationally, like, this is the corruption of all mankind to allow it. It's a blasphemy. And this was before he did his stops. He fought against the Stop Snitching campaign. They fully fought against the Stop Snitching campaign and created a neighborhood watch that was advocating, like, reporting illegal activity, but also called himself, like, against police brutality. And like, he is just a very confused man, hypocritical and deeply bigoted in ways that we haven't seen since the Cosby Show. And that's all you really need to know about that man to know why I don't feel comfortable using his flag. He's a little bit weird in the same way I don't use the Pan-African flag right now. And I feel comfortable using the Black Heritage flag. It's right there. I can grab it if I wanted to. I can grab it and put it on right now. But I feel comfortable using that flag because my friend helped revamp it. My friend Mike Trey, the reason why I keep bringing him up anytime you see me seeing this flag and talking about it, is because Michael is the one who upgraded the flag. And people keep I feel like it's an erroneous decision to only like anytime they talk about the flag, they only give credence to the originators, but then they post his version of the flag. Now, this is like just like this is why it bothers me. It's because Mike didn't just re-upload, like he didn't just scan the flag. He edited the flag. There's a specific design. Like he changed the spearhead on it. He sharpened. He changed the leaves out. He did a bunch of work to change the flag so that it can function as a digital application and so that it can exist on a digital space. He did a lot of work to edit and update this, and he put it up for free because he wanted everyone to have access to it. Unlike the dude who made the Galveston flag, who copywrote it and privatized it to himself. He did all that, put it up for free, and then Amazon immediately started selling the flags on a bunch of different merch. And it's all his design. And I just feel that it's necessary to constantly remind the world that he did that it was his work, that it was his effort. Because I feel like it will be easy for people to erase him altogether from the narrative. Like they're already trying. Like it's non-black people who recreated the flag on and re-uploaded it on Amazon, selling it and making money off of it. How many people used Amazon to buy their flags? And these flags aren't exactly cheap. It's like $20 a flag. I'm like totally lost. I've been lost in that way, like when you were a kid and like you're playing Pokemon and you stop playing for like a month and you come back and like you're just stuck in an area. You can't generate speech text. You can't like. I'm at the level of like I might have to look up how to get through this part because I forgot entirely what I was doing. Jay, you really try to send me money? Nah, handsome. I am handsome. Very handsome. But I don't need it like that. I get paid between now and then. Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, but not a footprint can be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. Don't let him in, don't let him see. Be the good girl you always had to be. Conceal, don't feel. Don't let it go. It's 2:32. Shit. That's a fun time. That's a fun time to be awake. Ask the people in your phone. That's a perfect time to get a text message. Ask T-Mobile. Ask T-Mobile. You are the most active on your cell phone around 2:30 a.m. in the morning. According to our survey, eyes falling. I mean, yeah, you entertained me enough today, Jay. You should go to sleep. Get some shut-eye. I don't know why you're not in bed yet. You say this as you're entertaining. I mean, that's just my bouncy personality. I'm just bubbly like that. Thank God. 30 minutes. I got 30 minutes. Okay. $30 to keep you entertained. Okay. What's the most interesting thing I can do in just 30 minutes? A lot of things can happen in 30 minutes. A lot of actions can take place in 30 minutes. I was telling you about the Juneteenth. I do, in fact, have a date tomorrow, but we'll see. This was like a, oh, I don't have a Pokeball. I'm gonna use a Dive Ball. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh my God, that worked. What should I name this one? Actually, in honor of Ebony Beach Club, I'm gonna name it Brick. Brick is the creator of Ebony Beach Club, so I'm gonna name the Pokemon him in honor of that. I would have loved for it to be a surfing Pokemon because Brick is a surfer. Brick is a surfer. And that's the one thing I really love about Los Angeles is the many different cultures, especially the ones that come out to Black events. Because so many events in LA are so sporadic and split apart, and like you have to be really. It's like everyone can say, "Oh, you should go where all the Black people are," but the Black people don't intermingle very well because all the time, really, because we are all into different things, and it makes sense because LA's a melting pot of a location. But it just causes like some friction of like, hey, like someone asked me recently, oh yeah, is Ebony Beach Club like a Black and queer thing, or is it just like a Black thing? And it's because that's a very specific question you gotta ask. Because it's like, can I go there and can I wear like a jockstrap and twerk on the beach? And it's like, well, no. Well, no, I wouldn't do that. You know, you could do it, but you'll get a lot of those like, what the hell? Can y'all believe people be gay and twerking and all that extra stuff? Wow, this goes against my good Christian values. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Why is it thrilling me a little bit? You'll get a lot of that. But like, what I saw that I really liked was that like a lot of skaters came out. So the Black skater scene has many Black kids, many Black folk up in there, and they tend to stick to skate parks. They came out with their skateboards and enjoyed the time. There's a lot of Black queer people from all around LA. Black queer, from trans like leaders to like just gay visionaries, icons. The OnlyFans, the Donny Dance people. They came out. Donny, yeah. Donny came out and they were there. I think they were there celebrating with Kehlani because Kehlani was in a cut, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I got my problems with that singer. But they were there, not taking up space, and some people were there just to take photos of them, and they were like, why not come? There's guest passes. That's also the thing. It was very strict in a way I don't think was making this place as fun as it could be. I don't know. I think if I had to ask them to do, if I wanted to do anything else with them, or if I were to be in charge, which why would I be next year? I would probably just go like, "Yo, I'm just gonna have a bunch of us hang out at the beach because that feels like more fun than like being in this place that we can't exit. There was no exiting. We couldn't re-enter. We couldn't bring totes and bags. Like there was a lot of rules associated with this event, yeah. And because of that, like it just, I was like, I liked Ebony Beach Club for what it was originally, like what happened last year, or like just hanging out on the beach itself and having all of us just chill there and do stuff. But he was like, yeah, we can't get permits to do stuff like that. And I'm like, why do you think that we need permits? But he was also just like, oh yeah, well I get in trouble when like we have to just go around and do stuff like this and getting shut down by like the state. And like I'm like, fair. I don't have to deal with the repercussions of you throwing this party for the community. So I really can't complain. If I wanted to do it, I would do it. But I don't know. I think he was also wrestling with the fact that like, oh yeah, this takes away some of the magic of this event because it can't be about the thing that it's actually about. And even when they give us like access to do things, it's still with enough rope to hang ourselves. I don't know, maybe I think there's an essay in here about like everything Brick was saying. I might even reach out to him like, hey, I'm working on like a little article for my own Substack. I might extend it beyond this, but I wanted to talk to you just in general. Like I might want to talk to him about like, yo, I was the person complaining about that on your thing, but I really wanted to sit down and talk to you about this because I think that it is important to hear what you have to say. Even though I'm like, it's not going to be like a full journalistic piece. Like I'm a writer, I'm gonna represent your opinion, but like it's going to be a conversation. I'm really big on conversation because I'm like, it's a stark like example. It's a really stark example of like how fast representation can go south. And I think during Juneteenth of all times, but we're seeing that happen a lot. Like we're like, they're representing us. They're saying that, oh, everyone gets to participate in Juneteenth, but I'm like, they're not really participating. They're not really getting what this is about. They don't really care what Juneteenth is about. They don't think about it. They don't mind it. They're like, oh yeah, it's one more day off work, but they don't participate with the understanding that even this day of rest that they get to have is by the effort and the atrocities that Black lives faced in Galveston. They don't want to acknowledge the slavery aspect of it. They just want to have a day off. And I can see even the intentional like effort to try to make this turn into a Labor Day or a Veterans Day situation where like they can easily forget what the cause of this holiday was. From the starting area, walk right, then down, then left, then you just got tired of seeing me struggle for this. I'm like, I probably could figure out if I just wasn't like, probably could figure out if I just wasn't like yapping. Like it's, I'm sorry, I was just stuck in a yapper's conundrum. The very first time. Oh Lord, I was struggling. Let me go back to the entrance. But I got all the things. Like I activated everything that there was over there. Like everything's activated. I just can't find where the next part of like the trap is. I guess that means that, again, Pokemon Desolation is quite effective at making traps and puzzles. I ain't got no more Pokeballs. So yeah, I'm looking down my phone right now, not because I'm about to cheat, but because I'm trying to figure something out real quick. All right, guys, my tabbies are sitting right next to me, so maybe I should stop using profane language. I tried to wear them out today. I went to the gathering spot in LA, and I did work there all day. But I was like, they're not comfortable. It's like they're great shoes. They're nice to look at. They're good statement pieces. But I was like, if I had to sit around and write in them all day, no. Tabbies are great, but when you get to like 4 inches off the ground, your ankles start screaming at you. Oh my God. I can't even have the pleasure of knocking them all out because I need the next badge. I don't want to. I want to keep them close to like level 39, but I don't want them evolving. So, or like leveling up past my level cap because then they stop listening to me. I'm gonna have to go across so many of these ice bridges. Which I've been up to lately. How was y'all's Juneteenth? Because I really want to know. We can't all be shaking butt on Santa Monica Pier, you know. Really, all of us was out there too. It was every person every person I know was out in Santa Monica. I was like, oh, I saw Obio and Jeremiah there. I was like, oh, I missed. But I always see Obio out. I never see Jamel, not Jeremiah, Jamel. I never see Jamel anywhere. I always see Obio. Obio's a sweetheart. But it's usually at some official gala or like a situation where I see like the first time I met him was at Everyday People, but that's like expected. It feels like the whole point of going to Everyday People is to run into people you recognize, and that's the whole status symbol of it. And honestly, I went with my friend Cam. I probably won't go again. Like it just wasn't my vibe. It was just standing around in a circle and not having enough room to even dance. Imagine my room being a mess. I have to make my bed. I got everything up there on my bed right now. What they don't tell you about being a dude into fashion is that you run out of space if you only have like a very small room. Y'all tired of this place? I'm also tired of it. I want to get out. Lil Rodney's son. But I think my month of experimenting with this stream is coming to an end. I think I might stick to TikTok, honestly. I might stick to TikTok because it's a lot of work to put together like the stream for like multi-stream. And I feel like I prefer the conversations I have with my TikTok route. Like, I get some Twitch streamers every once in a while, but even then, it's like they're trying to watch for gameplay. I think I have a better community overall on TikTok. I think people abandon you guys a little too quickly. But no, Steven will never abandon you. Hurry up, hurry up. not logging off until I get out of this freaking ice cave. Okay. See, Wavy, I got out of it. I got out of it. Mm. Sega. Peripheral. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get out this ice cave. There's a bridge that we opened somewhere. We just gotta find it. Okay. We gotta cheat. Okay. Here we go. Lord. Tomorrow, we'll kick this off where we left off. Tonight, that drained me.